from the peaks of Kargil to the peaks of life, inspiring lesson of grit. This session is not just an event, it's a journey through courage, sacrifice, and unbreakable human spirit narrated by someone who has lived it, fought for it, and has got victory over it. The Kargil War was not just a military victory, it was a testament to the indomitable willpower and bravery of our soldiers who stood tall against all odds. Today, we have among us a real life hero, a warrior who not only fought on the icy peaks of Kargil but continues to inspire lives with us through the leadership and courage. But before we dive into this the remarkable journey, let us begin this session formally. To begin this evening, I am delighted to invite Advocate Shri Agarwal, founder and the Secretary of Vedseadus Legal, to deliver a welcome address. Advocate Shishti Agarwal is a passionate legal professional from Muradabad, India, known for her commitment to justice, legal education, and social empowerment. Her journey beautifully blends academic brilliance with community engagement. She has worked with the national and district legal service authorities and conducted paralegal trainings and led the Legal Aid Clinic and Galgotias University organizing impactful initiatives like felicitation of COVID women warriors in collaboration with National Commission for Women honored with Vidik Mitra Award. And ma'am has also represented India in international platforms, including conferences in Turkey and Malaysia, and contributed to UN consultations on mental health and human rights. Please join me in welcoming Advocate Shishti Agarwal, ma'am, for delivering the welcome address. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sainur. Good evening, everyone. On this special occasion of Gandhi Jayanti, a day that reminds of truth, peace, and resilience, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to each one of you on behalf of Vedseadus Legal. At Vedseadus Legal, we believe in the fundamental value of justice. True to our name, Ved signifies sacred knowledge, while Cedus, derived from Estonian language, means pious law. Established in 2023, we are a trust dedicated to making justice accessible to all by promoting legal awareness, education, and empowerment. Our work focuses on bridging the gap between law and society by spreading knowledge of legal rights, guiding individuals, especially to poor and marginalized. We also are the platform where we have conducted more than 25 community awareness visits and several workshops on critical legal and social issues, while also providing meaningful internships to research mentorships to over 100 law students. Through these initiatives, Vedseadus Legal seeks to build an inclusive platform where law is not just the privilege of few, but the tool of empowerment for all. Today, as we remember the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi, of standing firm in the force of adversity, it is indeed fitting that draw an inspiration from all soldiers who lived those very remarkable success in the battlefield. Captain Saxena's journey from icy heights of Kargil to his remarkable success in corporate world reminds us that leadership, perseverance, and moral strength can conquer any challenge. I welcome you all to celebrating this spirit of grit and patriotism. Let us learn, listen, and carry forward these lessons of our life into our own journeys and to our service. Once again, a very warm welcome to you all. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such heartfelt and inspiring welcome. Now, moving forward to help us understand the vision and the purpose behind organizing this session, we have with us an inspiring academician, leader, and social change maker, Dr. Ankita Upadhyay, ma'am. Ma'am is partner at Knowledge Teas Edu Hub, manager of Indian Network of Clinical Legal Education, a board member of Vedseadus Legal, a multidisciplinary with a deep understanding of human rights. She is known for her leadership in social causes and her compassionate approach to human relations. She has successfully led to impactful campaigns, one focused on breaking gender stereotype and another on organ donation awareness, both of which created significant social impact. An academician like Dr. Ankita Upadhyay ma'am has presented her research at prestigious international platforms, including UNCC and various global conferences, and her publications include Scopus Index works In both law and management, she has been a recipient of prestigious international scholarships from organizations such as GAGE in Indonesia, South Africa, and now Poland, as well as from the Examian Academy of Intellectual Property Rights, China. As a mentor, she has guided countless students through Knowledge's Edu Hub and has been recognized with multiple awards for her dedication to education and youth empowerment. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Ankita Upadhyay, ma'am, to present a concept note for today's event. Over to you, ma'am.
Good evening, everybody. I hope I am audible properly. Just say yes, please.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
So, firstly, I would like to say that just in the spur of the moment, I feel really very small today, very little today, and I feel like as if I have no achievements because we are over here for the first time. I'm delivering a keynote which is not academic. And here, the achievements of a person who is among us are so much that now my keynote also that I had prepared a little bit. I feel it is not justifying and won't justify the achievements and the work and the importance of Captain Saxena. And I would like to thank Captain Saxena from the bottom of my heart because this whole event is being possible because of him. One entire group of people, one community that came to a particular place together exists because of him. And people have gathered here today, especially those who are reacting, are here only because of him. So thank you very much to him and to Srishti Agarwal also, who holds this organization Vedseadus, who works not just for academics but beyond it, and is not related to any discipline also. Um, Coming to the a part of the our event today, we speak of the pillars of democracy, which are executive, legislature, judiciary, sometimes extending even to media. Um, but all of these pillars, I do not feel, or they are actually not significant and are not safe and cannot work if the Indian Army and the armed forces are not protecting them. Um, we are a very small part of not just the globe or not just the earth, but also in India. And many of us do not know this reality and truth, but on a daily basis, a lot of wars or a lot of small tips could become or could extend to wars if the issues were not solved or were not tackled by the Indian Army there and then. And if all of those issues were to be highlighted, probably the newspaper would be full of those um, every 3 days. And the news around the world also would not matter so much. Tomorrow, also, if the news comes out about what is happening, is not the whole of India more bothered about it? Are we not more into the news that protects us, and are we not more enthusiastic about what is happening at a broad level there rather than politics? So, with that note, and to all the students who are present over here, and I see some professors also over here, I am really happy to see this. To address to the students, we follow teachers, we follow researchers, academicians, to say on a whole. Some also follow or are influenced by actors and many such other other positions that exist. But so to say, all of these are not at all um, protected themselves if the army, our Indian army, is not there. Our freedom of expression, freedom of life, fundamentals would not exist if the army is not prevalent, is of significant to even our leaders. And if you think of India, it's a narrow perspective. If you think of the world, there are many countries which are led and which cannot work at all without the armed forces. So, with that note, I would really like now Captain Saxena to begin. Of course, somebody is going to be giving their introduction, but if I were also to give it today, I would really feel honored. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ankita, Srishti, and all the students and audience who have joined. Thanks for inviting me. Srishti spoke to me, and she wanted me to just address, and I asked her, um, who are the audience, right? And they say they are all legal professional, right? So that's why, and I thought in life, whenever we encounter difficulties, right, there is a attitude which we need to have to, it may be in army, it may be in corporate, or it may be anywhere, but there are few fundamental qualities which will ensure that we become winner in our life always, right? So I think I will like to share some of these lessons with you, and at the end I can take one or two questions, but does not matter which field you are in. Most important, which are the qualities, which are the few fundamental values which will ensure that you become winner each and every time, right? So I'll just show you some slides. I thought, it will be these, some of these are real Kargil slides which, while we were fighting, there were some pics which we have taken, so I'll just share with you, and then, I'll just run you through. So mostly what I'm going to do, talk about my journey, because that's what, and the lesson, if any lesson coming out of it, and how can we use it. So most important part is, before you go out of this session, can you at least take one value which you imbibe for your life? And I can assure you, if you just pick up one of the value which I'm going to talk about, it's going to be life changing. And I have done thousands of sessions. I have addressed multiple, corporates, students bodies, NGOs, also the national conference for all the politicians, where all MLA, MPs came together and all, because they also thought they can only learn from some, army person who has done it on the ground. So I'll just share some of these slides quickly. I will not spend much time, but maybe I thought it will be good for you to, go through this. So just give me 1 minute and tell me when you are able to see my screen.
So, if you please allow me, before that, may I please introduce you with our audiences?
Oh, sure, sure. Do that. I thought because Dr. Ankita says so, that was a clue for me to start. Okay, you go ahead.
Sir, actually, as ma'am already mentioned that if somebody else would have introduced, they would have also felt honored, and so am I. So, as we introduce our guest of honor and the speaker, Captain Akhilesh Saxena, sir, a proud Indian Army veteran and a Kargil War hero during 1999 Kargil War, sir has served as a forward observation officer attached to 2nd Battalion at of Rajputana Rifles and 13th Battalion of Jammu and Kashmir Rifles. His leadership and bravery played a crucial role in three major assaults, Tolling Peak, Hump Area, and Three Pimples. He fearlessly directed artillery fires while advancing alongside an assault of teams of two Rajputana rifles, contributing to significantly to Indian first major victory in the Kargil conflict. Despite being injured during the battle, he continued to fight and today stands before us as a living inspiration of perseverance and national pride. Awarded the Wound of Medal by Indian Army, Captain Saxena Sir has since transitioned from battlefield to boardrooms, currently serving in a Syrian senior leadership position in a reputed multinational company. As a motivational speaker and mentor, he continues to inspire countless individuals across the country. Through his sessions on leadership, grit, and resilience, his life truly exemplifies the message: once a soldier is always a soldier. Please join me in welcoming and give a huge round of virtual applause as we welcome Captain Akhilesh Saxena sir to share his inspiring journey with us. From peaks of Kargil Kargil to peaks of life. Over to you now, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. So, all right. So, I will continue from where I left, right? So, maybe I'll just start with my own journey, because that's how we will go through this. So, but before that, I need to introduce what was the Kargil War, because many of you may not be aware, how this war was fought, what was the situation. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Do let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, sir, we are able to see your screen.
All right. So I'll be talking about my journey, but it is more important that before that I also talk about, what was this war all about, and then we will bring some of the quality. And this was the most difficult war which India has ever faced. And you will see once I will give you, some of the facts that why this was the most difficult war. But we could win this despite everything against us, and that gives a lesson that how we may face a difficult time in life, but still how can we win every time. All right, so if you see, these are the peaks which were in Kargil, right? And there is a road which is running at the bottom of these peaks, which is called NH1. It's also called neck of India because entire supply of Leh Ladakh and Siachen goes through this particular road, and this only opens for 5 to 6 months. The game plan of enemy was capture all these peaks, keep firing on this road, so block all the supplies, which goes through thousands of trucks, goes to Leh Ladakh and Siachen Glacier to sustain the population and all our Fajis who are going to sit there for entire winter session. In winter, the temperature goes up to minus 52 degrees centigrade, right? You can think we can start shivering in 0 degrees centigrades. Think about the life in minus 52 degrees centigrades. These were some of the top peaks. You see Tiger Hill, Tishul, 5130, 0.5140, Three Pimples, Humps, and Tolole. So these were the few peaks where enemy, just occupied. Now, as I talked about, in that time when they occupied, the temperature on these peaks were going up to minus 28 to minus 42. So it was even difficult to breathe. That was the kind of situation. We were not sure about the enemy location because, just to give you a background, these were the winter vacated posts. What enemy did during winter, last winter of 1998, when both the armies were not staying on these peaks, because in winter, none of the army, both the armies were not staying. They came in a small group of 2 to 3, occupied all these peaks in a small batches and start making the bunkers. So they were vacated for last 6 months, and because of this they have got enough time to make bunkers, keep their ammunitions ready. And in mountain warfare, if anyone is on the top, he's like 100 times more powerful. So they captured all the peaks, and these peaks were not having anything to hide. There are no trees. These are more like deserts and the stones. So they could see Indian army as they start the attack. As I talked about, in mountain warfare, anyone who is on top, he's like 100 times more powerful. Think of a situation, you are sitting in top of a building and somebody is trying to climb up, right? Even if you throw a stone, there will be a casualty. Now what they have done, they've also put the mine on the way where Indian army will come. So even before Indian army reached these peaks, there could be casualty. Since we were not prepared for these kinds of, so much of aggression from the enemy, so we were not having the equipment, in the sense we were not having so many snow boots, we were not having so many tents, we were not even having the enough oxygen devices and even the snow boots, right? There, till the time you have these basic things, you cannot even start. But sometime life tests you, where there are multiple constants, but still your purpose is so high in life that still you have to go for that particular objective. So moreover, we were not having even the clothing, our food, water, everything was a scarcity because enemy was firing on that road from where the entire supply was coming. So we hardly were getting food once in 2 days. So that was the kind of situation suddenly Indian army was in. And because of this situation, initially we launched the attack, we reached up to a place, but those attacks were not fully successful. So that's why, it was becoming more difficult. Now it was a question of not an individual person or an individual soldier. It was about the honor, the prestige of the nation, of 100 crores Indians who is looking up to Indian army, that, situation may be difficult, but we will not keep the honor of the nation down. So we found ourselves in this situation where chances of victory was not even 1%. But still, all of you know, India won the Kargil war. And that's being a case study not only for Indian army, but multiple army, all the Western countries, starting from US to UK, France, they have gone through the detail of these operation, that how Indian army was able to win despite having everything against them. Everything was against us. So as I go through this journey, I'm just going to talk about few qualities which was important for this. And just to bring you back till this point in my journey, I come from a very small town from UP. But as I say, small town, but never small dream. I'm sure many of you comes from a small town. Does not matter. It does not matter from where you come from or what background you have. That even has got nothing to do with this. What success you are going to get. It will totally depend the value system you form, the qualities you have, which will ensure that you are going to be a winner in your life or a loser. So I think one of the most important thing was foundation for success. That war was fought that day, but the foundation for this success is led in the trainings, in different courses, so that they prepare each officers and each soldiers. And the fundamental thing is value systems, your ethics, your character, right? What is the importance of purpose in your life? Do you think that your purpose, and in this time we had the purpose which was even more important than our life? Even if we die, it does not matter, because this is about the prestige of nation, right? That tiranga. And somebody has to make a sacrifice so that each countryman can think that I can sleep peacefully every day, because there are soldiers, there are my brothers who are guarding the nation each and every time, even at the cost of their life. So these value systems are very important to go for these kind of attack where you don't know you will come back or not. We were always working together as team. And it's important in army, one of the lesson is your individual goals are secondary, but your team goal, if you done fantastically but your entire team, your organization loses, your personal brilliance is of no importance. So we are always given this lesson that team is more important. And as you grow in life, right, you will see many times there will be a joint goal, there will be organizational goal, and there will be conflict of individual brilliance, right? But always remember, when your team wins together, that's the real success. In army, we always say, know your team members as a human. And in corporate, now I'm in corporate for many years. Many times we just treat them as a machine, that somebody will come at 9 o'clock, will go at 6 o'clock, that's all. But in army, we say that they are the human being, and each leader should know as human being what is their, what are their emotions, what is their difficulties, what are they facing back in their villages. Many of our jawans, right, they face difficult situation. So to know them as human being, understand their weakness and their strength, only then you can lead them at the time and take them for a mission which is as critical, means keeping your life at stake. Trust is another factor which is very important. Till the time we have got trust on each other, we cannot move. And army work on trust, right? So that's one quality which we always carry. Whatever we say, we are going to do this, whatever may be the repercussion, whatever may be the cost we may have to face. But then we are not going to give up. And the most important thing is about ownership, about taking responsibility. So in this situation, you know, I will just give you my example. So I got through National Defense Academy, and before that, I got through Delhi College of Engineering. But my dream, my passion was to join Indian Army and do something for my country. I never knew that I will get a chance to fight for my country because these wars happened. After 71, Kargil was the next war. But I definitely wanted to serve my country. And then the moment I got through NDA National Defense Academy, I left my seat at Delhi College of Engineering and I passed out from National Defense Academy, become officer at Indian Military Academy in 1995. Uh, I got married in 1999, and just few weeks after marriage, this war broke out. Right then, it was a personal dilemma that do you opt to go for this war, or you think that there is, you are just newly married and there are different kinds of, but everyone has got a family, right? Does not matter. Our duty is more important. When we pass out from IMA, we take a oath that in every situation, the honor, prestige of my country will come first, always and every time. The man I command will come next, always and every time. And my own personal safety, my own concern, and my welfare will come last, always and every time. So we were very, very sure. But we all human beings. My Jawans are also human beings. They are father to somebody who is waiting for them in the village. They are husband to somebody. They are son of somebody their parents are waiting. So before going for this attack, and we didn't know we will come back or not. So there is a tradition in army when you go for a very, very critical attack where chances of winning are very, very less, not even 1%. So you don't know you come back or not, but you decided that you are going to win. And the symbol is Kesariya Bana. So Kesariya Bana was one tradition which is generally done by Rajputs long back when they were fighting against Mughals. And many times Mughals army was like 20 times, 30 times of these Rajputs when they were surrounded from all time. That time they used to say that we will fight till win or die, but we will not come back defeated. That's a symbol of having a Kesariya Bana. So we all put Kesariya Bana on our head. But as a human being, we have got some responsibility towards our family. So we have written letters to our family that we may not come back. And so this tradition that you write this last letter, you put it in your box. If you come back, you tear it off and celebrate your victory. But in case you do this, you sacrifice yourself for your country, then this box goes to your family. And when they open it, there is a sealed letter. It is written that it is for my mother, this is for my wife, this is for my children. And when they open it, the first line is, when you will get this letter, I'll be watching you from sky. Because you will only get it, their family member, if the soldier or officer has not come back. So before going for this attack, we have written letters to our family that we may not come back, but never feel sad, because this is something here. Our purpose, the love for the country, is more than even our personal like. And somebody, as I say earlier, has to come in front and save the honor of the country. Otherwise, our prestige, our wealth, whatever, is nothing. If enemy start coming inside your country and start looting in that street of Delhi, what is the use of your wealth or your designation or your profession? Nothing. So your borders have to be safeguarded. So somebody has to make that step. So that was the maximum ownership or the extreme ownership, where we are saying we will win or we will not come back. Our action speak louder than us, and we told our Jawan that in training, officers is always in the middle, but we will lead this attack from the front, because this is not a training, this is the war. And that's why you see many officers, like I was fighting with Captain Vikram Batra, Captain Vijayan Thapar, Major Acharya. We all decided that we will take the maximum risk. We will lead it from the front. And if the first bullet come, it will hit us rather than any one of my, team member. And that gives a lot of confidence to each one of them. Okay. I'll go a little fast because of the time, so I'll not go through each slide. But I think, one very important thing I want to talk about the victim mindset of like winner attitude. So in life, we may be in the battlefield, we may be in any profession, in corporate or our own business. There will be difficulties, there will be difficult situation which will come on our way, and we don't know what life is going to bring next, right? None of us knows. COVID happens, we didn't know, entire business dynamics has changed. So what is the choice we have? One choice is we take a victim mindset. We say, okay, I'm getting so many difficult issues, I am having so many difficulties, everything is against me, I cannot win. That's a victim mindset. Once you start thinking that you are a victim, your mind start playing like this. That's a mental strength. And you start, it's like a downward spiral. You start blaming others. The results are, more deteriorating in your condition, and you think I'm going to fail. But since your body start behaving like this, because you are totally become like a victim, you think, everyone is against me, you are going to fail, and you say, see, I was anyway victim all the time. But flip the situation and say, whatever difficult situation come, I'm not going to give up. I will have a positive mindset. It may be a difficult situation, but I will still find a window of opportunity in the entire darkness. You start thinking that this difficulty is going to teach me something in life. And friends, your most important lessons in life are taught when you are in difficult situation. You may not realize that time, but when you look back after some time, my most important lessons are not learned into FMS or IM or the Michigan University, but they were learned in the battlefield of Kargil when every moment your life was at stake. So never be afraid of difficult situation. Just think it's the way of life to try you, and your response should be, you should not say why me, why I'm chosen for, why I'm only getting all these issues. You should say, life, try me, because this is going to make me more stronger. And with some of these quality, rest everything was against us, but I think these were the few qualities. We continuously kept fighting, have not any food or anything for 2 days. We have even taken out our water when we were going for attack because it had space. We could only carry maximum 45 to 50 kg. And for each gram, we want to have a bullets rather than food or water. Because once you start that commando attack, you don't come back. It may take 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Even if you do not have food or water, you may survive. But if you do not have bullets, there are no chance. So we have not taken anything. The most important peak was Tololing, which was just next to this peak. And finally, after fighting continuously for 2 days, we got the victory. This is the picture when we put the tricolor on Tololing, and that was the kind of, it has changed the course of a war. It was a turning point of the entire Kargil war. And we kept winning one after another. I've gone for 3 attacks. This was my first attack. And in my third attack, I got badly injured. We were very close to the peak, and I got injured by enemy bullets and splinters. Splinters are the enemy artillery fire, which is like, 40, 50 kg shell, which burst and thousands of small splinters like bullet goes all around. I was just trying to save one of my Jawan. By the time it has passed through my palm and it blown it off. So I was in hospital for a very long time, for more than a year. And same quality which I was talking about during battlefield, the same quality I'm deciding that I'm going to live those values all over again. The battlefield may be different. It may be a corporate thing after winning the battle. And see, winning those battle was the biggest achievement of my life till today. Even if I become CEO of a Tata Group company or any other company, does not matter. The biggest achievement was when you put the tricolor on Tololing or some of these peaks. But now, after getting all the success, you are in the hospital bed. I've decided not to give up, not to have a victim mindset. I'll not make myself victim. I was newly married, as I told you. from the hospital bed. I even didn't know computer that time because after 12th I joined, left my Delhi College of Engineering and joined NDA. I learned everything on the hospital bed and refused some of the job which were offered to me being a war hero. And I say, I'm going to start all over again. He's our chief that time, General Malik, who was chief of army staff. And we were together on many TV programs, many shows and all. And he's still in touch with me. He told me, Captain, you will get a job. Anyone will give you a job. You're one of the war hero of the country. I told him, sir, what I did for my country, it's for my own satisfaction. I'm not going to take any job which is offered to me what I did for my country, but I will get the competency required. So from hospital bed, I started preparing for my MBA because I thought I'll join the corporate. And after 8 months, I got through. I am Bangalore, FMS Delhi, I am Lucknow, XLRI, some of the top MBA colleges. I decided to make a switch, start a new battle, and join FMS Delhi because my treatment was still going on in R&R Delhi, Research and Referral. It's the biggest hospital of army. It was a different battle because I was totally away from the books for last 6.5 year to 7 years. We were only, talking about the army strategy and tactics, but does not matter. I say it's more important what you believe in. And so I not only qualified FMS or IM, I decided that I'm going to pass out in a good rank. And I worked very hard. And it was like nobody believed it. But every term I keep moving up, and finally I passed out from gold medal from FMS Delhi. Right, that's really um, something which all corporates are looking. Everyone want to take the gold medalist from institute. So from campus, I joined Wipro. Moved to Airtel. I was leading their international operations, and then moved to Tata Group. But every time, the most important thing, those values, which may be at the battlefield or any part, they keep you motivated, they keep you engaged, and you keep moving forward. And that's the key I wanted to share with you, that does not matter what comes your way, you can still win, you can still find the way. And I also decided that I cannot leave my responsibility as a war hero. That's why I continued my motivational sessions. I continue interacting with many students, many NGOs. I work with the disabled soldiers. We have got a disabled war veteran debates thing where I am working with many disabled war veterans to help them out. Nation may forget them because they fought 25 years back, but not me. It's my responsibility, it's our responsibility, each one of them. So I still work with them to ensure that they make a difference to the life, to their life. And I was felicitated by the government of India during our uh, Republic Day parade, where they have chosen some of the top veterans who made a difference to your nation during war and even after serving the nation and the community. I always feel I'm a soldier and on a mission, and I will continue this journey, other than my job. Obviously, what is my responsibility for society, for community, that I will continue. So a book was written on my life, and there are chances that you will see a movie or thing, but this books talk about every principle, that in difficult time we are not going to give up. I will just show you this 1 minute video. All right. Uh, so these were the few slides and the narration I wanted to, talk to you in brief. Obviously, I have not, you understand, we because of the time we have not gone into detail, but I just wanted to give you the difficulties where Indian Army has fought and achieved this victory. So I hope each one of you will carry at least one value. That's what my request is. Put it in your life, and you will see a change in your life, which will change it forever. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Sir, there are some questions which are to be asked by our students, by our participants. I request everyone, if you have any questions, you may ask.
I can take one or two. I've got some other appointment, but yeah, definitely I can take one or two questions. Yeah, please go ahead. Hi, Mr. Gaurav. How are you?
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm fine, sir. How are
Sir, I
you?
have one question.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead with your question, sir.
Okay. So, sir, my question is what were some lessons in teamwork and trust that the battlefield taught you?
Right. So, as I told you, there are few fundamentals, values which Indian Army works on, right? And teamwork is one of the essential because we don't achieve victory by individual brilliance, right? You must have heard the name of many officers and all, like Captain Vikram Batra, Captain Vijayan Thapar. We were all having individual brilliance, but does not matter if we does not culminate into a team victory. So team comes first always and every time, right? And importance of team is taught in Indian Army since beginning, right? When there are exercises, so we have got a like Camp Rover, which is done in our fort camp. So it's for 7 days camp, very, very difficult camp. They kind of test you for mentally, emotionally, physically, and last day there's a Josh run. So in Josh run, you have to run nearly 24 kilometers, sorry, 24 hours to complete this run, and you have to go up the mountain, cross the rivers, go through the desert and jungle. So every terrain you have to pass through. If you are not able to complete it in 24 hours, next Sunday you go back again and go back again till the time do that. But that's not most difficult part. The most difficult part, the entire company, which is maybe 16 to 17 cadets, they have to go together and all of have to finish together. And I can tell you, when we were doing it, one of our friend or cadet, he fallen down and broke his knee. But then it's like a war. We lifted him up and then finished our just 2 minutes before 24 hours. But it's we all win together or we all lose together. So very important. Trust and teamwork are the fundamentals of Indian Army. Yeah. Next question, please.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Thank you,
My
sir.
name is Ikshita, and I want to ask how did you and your team keep morale high under such extreme conditions?
So courage comes from inside, right? How do you get that courage? Because if you really believe in the purpose, so in this case, what was the purpose? Purpose was honor of the country, the prestige of Tiranga, right? And everyone can say, okay, I sit in my home, I take care of my family, I survive and do everything. But then if somebody will not step up and say, for me my country is more important than my life, you can understand what will be the repercussion. You have seen what Hamas does in Israel. Our enemies, China and Pakistan, are no better. They will come up inside your cities. None of us is safe till the time our countries is being guarded by our brave soldiers. So it's a purpose which a soldier believed in, that for my country, for my countrymen, I even if I have to give the blood, I have to. Even if I have to give my life, I'll have to give this. So that everyone has got a fear, right? We are human being. fear is very natural. When we were going for this attack, we were all fearful that we may not live tomorrow. What will happen to our family, to my wife, to my children, to my parents? But you have to keep this fear inside, because there's a purpose and your value system which is guiding you. So they takes the precedent, they become more important in your life, and that guides you towards your objective.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us your time and sharing such powerful and heartfelt message with us. And your story is not just an inspiration for one, but for many. And it's a lesson in courage, humility, and true meaning of service in nation. And your words truly remind us that what's real life victories and are not just about success, but it is about strength to rise and every time when we fall, as you mentioned. So, as all great journeys come to close, I once again invite Advocate Shrishti Agarwal to deliver a vote of thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sainur. First of all, thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invite. I am truly grateful and honored that we could have had a session of yours today, and we could listen to you about this about the Kargil War. So, our deepest thanks to Captain Akhilesh Saxena, sir, a true Kargil war hero who has embodiment of courage and perseverance. Sir, your words have rekindled our sense of patriotism and purpose. Your journey from the peaks of Kargil to the heights of leadership has reminded us the challenges and the opportunities in disguise in itself. Thank you so much, sir. We are truly grateful for all our enthusiastic participants, and thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks a lot. Jai Hind, everyone.
Jai Hind.
Thank you.
Jai Hind.
So, on behalf of Vedseadus Legal, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to Captain Akhilesh Saxena sir for his invaluable time, and to Advocate Shrishti Agarwal for her leadership and vision, and to everyone who joined us virtually today. Let's carry forward today's message of resilience, courage, and service, values that define both Mahatma Gandhi and the brave soldier of our nation. Thank you all once again for being the part of this inspiring evening. See you soon today afterwards.
Thank you so much, Sainur. Thank you.